This is CTC News with Wesley Kotar, broadcasting from Sint-Eustatius, Dutch Caribbean. Sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
It's Monday, August 12, 2013 on the Golden Rock. Good evening, I am Wesley Kotar and this is CTC News, broadcasting live from CTC Studios at Statius Mall. In tonight's local news, Adel Caspana elected Democratic Party leader, UFA signs CLA with Utel NV, Botanical Gardens to hold another volunteer weekend. Details in local news right after a word from our sponsors.
CT Creativity, known to many as CTC, has gone global. CTC TV and CTC Radio can be viewed and heard from any part of the world. Just visit www.ctcreativity.com and go to CTC TV to watch live or CTC Radio to listen live. Get more involved by interacting with your TV and radio hosts with live chat rooms. You can also view the latest trending videos, CTC News, take part in polls, vote for the top songs or videos, and much more. www.ctcreativity.com. www.ctcreativity.com. Share it with the world. Share it with the world. Share it with the world. Share it with the world.
CTC News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Duggins Shopping Center.
Island Council Lady Adel Caspana was elected the new leader of the Democratic Party of Sint-Eustatius Saturday evening during a well-attended DP membership meeting. Spana was the only candidate nominated for the position. She will lead the party into the next Island Council election, which will be held on March 2015. Former commissioner was elected as new party president. He succeeds Ernie Simmons, who had resigned earlier this year. Other board members re-elected are Winston Fleming, Bernadine Woodley, Maritza Patrick, Christina Woodley, Jair Hooker, and Ralph Burkle. The board is elected for a 2-year period. There was a consensus at the meeting that Spana was the right candidate to lead the DP and prepare the party for upcoming elections. Spana has more than 25 years' experience in the political arena and had come to be known as a very knowledgeable and experienced politician with a vast knowledge of the subjects at hand. She is also seen as a team builder and someone who is able to bring parties together, the DP stated in a press release issued on Sunday. In their speeches, both Spana and Snake reiterated the success of the DP during the past year and a half in government and unfortunate events that had led to Snake's dismissal as DP commissioner. It was, however, felt that this was no time to look back, but that the party has to focus on the future. Spana said she was very confident that with the support of membership, the party would be able to regain its majority in the Island Council and even predicted the DP to win 4 out of 5 seats in the next election. As one of the speakers put it, the campaign has started today. Under its new leadership, the DP is to continue on the course as set out in its party program, in particular where it concerns the constitutional status, finances, and economic development. As an opposition party, DP said to be very vigilant in closely monitoring the developments within government. It was noted that for now there was little activity as no reports had reached the public nor press briefings had been held since the change of government. On a question asked whether the DP is only preparing for the 2012 election, which is still 1 year and 7 months away, Snake stated that the party will be ready and able to take on government's responsibility at any earlier moment and whenever the opportunity presented itself. Communications company Utel NV and United Federation of the Windward Antilles signed a collective labor agreement on Thursday. UFA's General Vice President Irving Jack said the third CLA was closed for a 3-year period and will run January 1, 2013 until December 3, 2016. He said the new CLA was largely unchanged in comparison with the previous one and that most changes were of financial nature. Airtel interim manager Devon Punt said the negotiations had gone very fast, were pretty fair and had been very fruitful. He said that everyone had input and were informed at each phase of the negotiations about what was taking place and about what was possible and what not. Pant said Airtel has various projects in the pipeline to upgrade the company under leadership of a new board consisting of himself, President Elroy Aventurin, Vice President Tony Derby, Secretary Sharon Heimstadt-Hassel, and Ricardo Fortin Jr. The seat of the former board member and current Commissioner Carl Altea is still vacant. According to Pant, Airtel is the only company on Statia which hasn't increased its rates since 10-10-10. GBE, supermarkets, etc. have all adjusted their rates, but we have kept them the same. We did not want to add an additional burden on the people. At the end, we have internet connections to the people at up to 5 times the speed they had at no extra cost. The speed has been upgraded to a much more satisfactory level for our customers, he said. Jack said that one of the principles of the new CLA is the premise to make the company profitable. The company cannot become profitable without the input of its employees. Included in the CLA is a profitable sharing provision at the end of the year in case the company has done well. The idea is to give the workers an incentive to make the company profitable. Finally, Syntestatious National Parks Foundation announced another volunteer weekend on Saturday, August 17th and Sunday, August 18th. The last weekend, held in March, was considered a huge success, with many people from the local community coming out to help and lend their hands at Miriam Schmidt Botanical Garden. This time around, the focus of the work will be on the children's garden. Organizers have a special request for anyone with carpentry or general building skills to join them. Everyone, however, is welcome to help, and there will be many activities for every skill level and physical ability to enable young and old, experienced gardeners and novices to help in some way. Work hours will be from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. on both days. Transportation will be provided, and anyone interested in volunteering is encouraged to call SNAPA's office at Gallows Bay to sign up. Coming up next in regional news, Giro Bank puts lien on DAE, and surgeon suspended in Holland worked at SMMC 2 months. Details in regional and later international news right after a short break.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At CT Creativity there are 2 options. Option 1, our basic prints, which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints, which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by Airtel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Dugging's Shopping Center.
Giro Bank placed an attachment on the bank account of Dutch Antilles Express, DAE. The commercial bank reportedly invested 30 million guilders in the troubled Curaçao airline. DAE consultant Nelson Ramiz informed personnel of the lien in a memo. Apparently, it is regarding the company's account with RBC. The memo says DAE suffered damages totaling $16 million because of the decision by Venezuela's aviation authority, INAC, to stop the local carrier's flights to the neighboring country, while Venezuela's Foreign Exchange Agency, CADV, had frozen the receipts from prior ticket sales there. Rami said the attachment makes it necessary to discuss the future with suppliers and financiers that have up to now supported the airline, including development bank Corpodeco. At the end of last week, attorney David Cook had sent a letter to other Dutch Caribbean law firms asking if any more creditors would support a bankruptcy request for DAE. However, according to Cook, an arrangement was since made with the airline on behalf of his client. He would not say whether this client is Princess Juliana International Airport, St. Martin, which recently stated it could no longer do business with DAE because of the latter's failure to meet earlier commitments on the payments of its debt to St. Martin. Further in regional news, Dutch surgeon Robert Muller, who was suspended by Dutch Inspectorate of Health for fatal mistakes during vascular surgery performed in the Netherlands, had been working as a general surgeon at St. Martin Medical Center for 2 months this year. SMMC Director Kees Kladenbeek told the Daily Herald on Friday that Muller left the hospital on July 12 to take up a position in France. Muller is accused of fatal mistakes at Bethesda Hospital in Hogeveen in the east of the Netherlands, Dagblad van de Noorden newspaper in Holland reported on Thursday. The Dutch Inspectorate of Health has been looking for Muller for months, but he could not be found. In an invited comment, Health Minister Cornelis de Wever said he was gathering the relevant information for a press release. Kladenbeek said Muller had not done any vascular surgeries during his employ at SMMC. He said during his probation period, Muller decided that he would leave SMMC to take up a position in France, and he left the medical center on July 12, 2013. The background of all attending specialists is important to SMMC as we seek to provide the community of St. Martin with the best possible care by the best possible specialists. Dagblad van de Noorden reported that the Dutch Inspectorate announced last week that one of Muller's patients died after complex vascular surgery was performed on him at Bethesda Hospital, March 4, 2012. According to the prosecutor's office, it concerned an unnatural death which was reported to the inspectorate. The hospital also reported the calamity. According to the inspectorate, Muller has made serious mistakes and should have requested the assistance of a vascular surgeon. Before starting at Hogeveen Hospital as interim surgeon, Muller had been working as a surgeon in Bonkholt, Germany. The German hospital declined to provide any information about him, citing privacy reasons, the Dutch paper said. Muller was hired in Hogeveen on an annual contract. Things went wrong shortly before the contract expired. The Dutch Inspectorate of Health has no jurisdiction in St. Martin. That was it for regional news. We now go into international news for this evening. China to spend more to tackle dire pollution. China plans to accelerate investment in technology to save energy and tackle the dire pollution blamed for a series of health crises that have generated widespread public anger. The government has been increasingly alarmed by social unrest caused by environmental disasters and threats to public health, often the result of the country's breakneck industrial expansion and mass migration to new cities. Smog over northern cities in January generated a public outcry, as did the discovery in March of thousands of rotting pig carcasses in a river that supplies Shanghai's water. The country's cabinet, the State Council, said on Sunday that environmental protection would be elevated to a pillar industry that would receive government support in the form of tax breaks and subsidies. China is already investing 2.3 trillion yuan, equivalent to $375 billion, in energy savings and emissions reductions in the 5 years through 2015, state media have said. The State Council said the new plan would ensure the environmental protection industry grows by 15% annually, generating turnover of 4.5 trillion yuan by 2015. Past efforts to build such pillar industries have sometimes led to vast overcapacity and trade conflicts, with China's government accused of giving an unfair advantage to local companies. The State Council said eligible foreign-funded firms would enjoy the same benefits from environmental protection plan as their Chinese counterparts. It said it would accelerate research into environmentally friendly vehicles and develop technology and equipment for the control of air, water, and soil pollution. The plan suggests China is accelerating efforts to become a world leader in clean technology. It has already announced a series of steps to curb pollution and reduce carbon emissions. The central government will direct more of its budget to fund environmental protection industries and encourage eligible companies to issue bonds, it said. And that was it for our local, regional, and international news stories for this evening. Coming up next after the break, your 3-day weather forecast for Stacia, Saba, and St. Martin. Stay tuned for local weather conditions after the break.
Thinking about building your home or business? Well, you can check us out at CT Creativity. Here we can design or take your design and ideas and add our touch of creativity to architectural drawings and details which will build your future home or business. At CT Creativity there are two options. Option 1, our basic prints which includes all floor plans and details with 3D views of the exterior. Option 2, our advanced prints which includes all floor plans, details, 3D views of the exterior and interior with realistic pictures of the entire property, giving you a direct look into your future. Give us a call at 318-1627 or 318-4664. CT Creativity, where creativity stands out.
CTC News, sponsored by Utel NV, Kodo's Purchasing Services, and Dugging's Shopping Center.
And now for your 3-day weather forecast, we'll begin on Station Saba. Tonight, Monday, August 12th, late showers with temperatures of 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east-northeast at 17 miles per hour. Tomorrow on Tuesday, August 13th, AM showers, temperatures ranging of 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 19 miles per hour. On Wednesday, August 14th, AM showers, temperatures of 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 19 miles per hour. We now go over to St. Martin. Tonight, Monday, August 12th, late showers, temperatures of 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 11 miles per hour. Tomorrow on Tuesday, August 13th, AM showers, temperatures of 87 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 14 miles per hour. Then on Wednesday, August 14th, AM showers, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 30% chances of rain with the winds east at 14 miles per hour. And that was it for our news stories for this evening and our local weather. Join us again as we bring you more local, regional, and international news stories. Until next time, do have a good one.
How to prepare for a hurricane. Plan ahead. Learn how to cope with disaster by planning ahead. Hurricane season starts from June 1st and ends on November 30th. Are you ready for a hurricane? Here's what you can do to prepare for such an emergency. Know what a hurricane watch and warning means. Watch. Hurricane conditions are possible in the specified area of the watch, usually within 36 hours. Warning. Hurricane conditions are expected in the specified area of the warning, usually within 24 hours. Prepare a personal evacuation plan. Identify ahead of time where you could go if you are told to evacuate. Choose several places, a friend's home or a shelter. Keep handy the telephone numbers of these places. You may need to take alternative or unfamiliar routes if major roads are closed or clogged. Listen to your local radio or TV station for evacuation instructions. If advised to evacuate, do so immediately. Assemble a disaster supplies kit. It should contain first aid kit and essential medications, canned food and can opener, at least 3 gallons of water per person, protective clothing, rainwear, and bedding or sleeping bags, battery-powered radio, flashlight, and extra batteries, special items for infant, elderly, or disabled family members. Prepare for high winds. Install hurricane shutters or purchase outdoor plywood boards for each window of your home. Install anchors for the plywood and pre-drill holes in the plywood so that you can put it up quickly. Make trees more wind resistant by removing diseased and damaged limbs, then strategically removing branches so that wind can blow through.